understand is what I went through growing up. And I'm not going to pretend like I had some hard life, because at the time I really didn't even think it was that bad. I had a blast. But the neighborhood we're in right now, this is Section 8 housing. So we're in a nice town, but what this means is everyone who lives here is on government housing. Single moms, people who have drug problems, whatever it is. And being here gave me so much perspective growing up, and throughout my time there was a switch. There was a switch that was flipped and made me see what there was and what more I could get, and that is why I am so hungry. I mean, in this apartment that I referenced right back here, right over there is actually where I lived for about 12 years of my life. And there was so many times where I would see my mom, she would be crying about where we live and saying, you know, she wished she had her own yard, she wished she didn't have to deal with this, with that, the people, or the fights, or the things that were going on here. And that's something she didn't want. So I saw the struggle, I'm aware of the money struggle, I've seen all this, and I've lived all this, and that is why I think the way I think. So what I'm going to show you next is where it snapped for me, where I shifted into another gear, because the special thing about me is that I have been blessed enough to live two lives. I live two separate lives, two separate lifestyles, and if it wasn't for those lifestyles, if it wasn't for this right here for the first half of my life, I wouldn't think the way I do, and I wouldn't be on the path that I'm on. And so now I'm going to show you where everything switched for me. All right, we are back. A little bit warmer than the last time I spoke with you guys, but we are in the exact spot where I was 3 years ago, where I realized that I made that decision. I had just come back from a dinner with my grandparents, you know, $150 lunch, $150 dinner, and I had been in Hawaii at that time for 7 days in a row for the first time in my life. I was sitting off this condo, you can see all the views here in Kona, Hawaii, and when I was looking off here, it was sunset, and I was thinking, you know, my life, to be honest with you, my life was kind of running through my head. I was thinking, all right, man, you know, soak this in. You're so grateful to be here. I never thought I would be lucky and blessed enough to be standing right here. And that's where I kind of assessed things, and I said, you know what? Why does this have to be the only time I ever do this? Why can't I do this again? Why can't I do more than this? And it was at this very moment, because of this situation, because of what I had seen, what I've experienced, and because of where I've come from, that I made the decision right here. You know what? Why can't I be great? Why can't I be a billionaire by 40 years old? Why can't I be one of the greatest individuals in the world? People say, oh, good luck with that. That's so crazy. You're never going to accomplish that. But what people don't have that I do is two completely different experiences, coming from the struggle of not having money for Christmas presents, pay the bill, you know, see your mom crying all the time, compared to having that financial side. And this is great, don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful condo, but I want to do it even bigger. I want to do it bigger in all aspects of life. So this is what flipped the switch for me. This is what changed everything for me, and this is exactly why I am the way that I am. You know, people say, hey, you know, Zach Krupp's kind of wild. Zach Krupp's always so positive, thinking so big. What's his issue? He's so weird. I promise you, that's all going to pay off. I'm going to think bigger than a lot of people, and a lot of those ideas may seem crazy, but you know what? When one of them comes to fruition and it continues to go on, I'm going to get to where I said I'm going to get to, because I truly believe it. It's 100% fact up here. What I say I want to do, what I decide I want to do, comes to fruition. It started and it will continue. So when you see things like this, guys, what can I do with these videos? I want to inspire you. You know, I'm here in Kona, Hawaii. I came from Section 8 government housing. I didn't have insurance for 2 years. I've been at rock bottom many times. I've never had a lot of